What's up everyone, back for some more Gundam Evolution gameplay, and today we are playing on Harbor City. This is a ranked game, and I'm going to be starting off as Sniper. Usually I'm not confident enough to play Sniper in ranked games, especially with the extra JP ping, but I felt like since we're Harbor City, that is the one map I kind of play Sniper on, usually. And we're starting off on defense as well. No one else on my team was really going for it, so like, you know what, I'll just start off as Sniper, see how it goes. And so far we got one knock, but they were kind of behind the wall there. I wasn't able to finish. Maybe if I had put myself on one of the buildings farther over to the right, wouldn't able to get that. But I did get the gun tank there. He went for very greedy repair, even with that quicker repair time. Going out just in the middle of the plane there with a sniper looking at you is very risky. And they are not running a sniper. You certainly don't have to run one on this map on offense or defense, but I think attackers usually can get away without running one more. Really, the only reason I feel like you do run sniper on attack is if you really just want to counter the defensive sniper. But they do have a turn A, and turn A can kind of work in that way as well. Obviously, you can't get the one shot, but a headshot from a fully charged turn A primary is going to take you about half or under half, so you're going to have to back up still, and they can definitely work as that option. We see here they got past, even though I got a headshot on that turn A, they have kind of got up in our faces here in the building where sniper is going to be way less effective. I was hoping that maybe the damage on the Ashimar and the headshot on the turn A would move things enough in my team's favor to be able to kind of hold it, even if I was less effective up close, but did not work out that way. I was kind of considering here swapping off Sniper because it's still pretty strong going to B, but definitely not as strong as on A. Ultimately, I decided to stick with it, partially because I've almost got my G maneuver, which, isn't crazy high value, but still nice. Going snipe on that barb right there, that's a really hard one to get normally, because he's going to potentially be up in my face. I'm just going to get these body shots and gun tank. Do take him out, but a lot of damage came my way. Now, I was hoping this Mahi would turn on and repair me, but I got the quick respawn because the points flipped, and I was okay with that either way. So yeah, we are kind of running the Harbor City defense with Sniper and now Mahiru, which could potentially shut them down pretty hard in this choke point. But they've got a gun tank G maneuver coming in already. They are quite a bit ahead of us, I think, in G maneuvers. Only my Sniper G maneuver from our team so far, which is a quick charging one. And they got gun tanks coming. We'll have to see if they got any others ready to go. I'm missing shots on Barb. It's really hard, especially when he gets close. Do get a body shot on him there, so hoping my team can maybe finish him off. And then behind me is an Ashimar. It snuck around to the point. Obviously, Ashimars like to do that a lot, but I didn't notice. Got just the one shot on him. And then turn A gets punched. That's another G maneuver that we got before anyone on our team. Looks like Unicorn just came up with theirs, but I don't know if it's going to really be able to make impact when they're already crashing the point this hard. I decide, they're this close to the point, Sniper's not going to do anything. Let's see if I can maybe get on the point with Ashimar, but I come up here and they've got a Jim proximity mines waiting for me, so I have to end up flying around. We're here, they've got the butterfly, they've got the barb G maneuver, and I'm a little bit too high in the sky, not able to contest. So yeah, that's a really quick round one from them. Did not waste any time getting that second point. Alright, going into round two here, I've decided to go for Jim. I wasn't really feeling the sniper after that first round, so I decided to go for something else on offense here. I do think Jim is pretty good, especially if the enemy team does have a sniper, because it means you can kind of push around this choke and not worry about getting headshot, at least unless the enemy team focuses your shield really well. They do have a gun tank behind us. He goes down 2. We've got a couple picks here, so we might have a chance to push up through this. Once you get past like these buildings right here, it's usually pretty clear sailing to the point itself. And I get a shield bash on that barb. I do go down, so it looks like it's going to take us a bit more to get on this corner. Team behind me is pretty spread out. We got that Pelleter way back there. I think he was fighting the gun tank before, but now he's kind of separated from the team. Going to be hard to push. And we do have a barb who might want to try and get around the corner. Right now he's been forced to back up from damage. And they're not running a sniper or a Mahiru yet. Just kind of stuck with the same team comp, I think, for the most part. Dom might be new, actually. I don't know if they had Dom. We do get the kill on Dom. Barb gets a kill on, I think it was Pale Rider, and then we also get Jim. So now it's 3 down. We should be able to push off this. Usually if you just win one team fight, that's enough to get A. Unless it's gone on long enough that they might have a strong G maneuver to counter, but they're definitely not going to have any of those yet. Definitely no butterfly coming out at this early in the game. Getting pretty low. I think he might have gotten the grab on someone there, but he's pretty low, so I think let's go down before he can get the kill. Barb comes in. I got a couple shots on him when he takes out our turn A. And then it looks like he's just going to run away. Nope, not able to make it. So we're able to get A pretty quick. Not as quickly as them, but this is still pretty good time. We're going to have probably around 3.5 minutes to get point B. Dom can contest a little. Not really going to matter. I've got my G maneuver already, but it's kind of hard to push with Jim's G maneuver when you have to move so far just to get to the point. Because the harder part, it's not really necessarily hard to get on the point going to B. The hard part is to get through this choke. And once you've got through this choke, it's a little bit easier to actually get on B. Then you just have to fight on it. And yeah, with how far back people can usually hold, G maneuver is going to be tough to get a lot of value out of it here. But right now, it's just this Jim holding the choke, really. Not sure if they're dealing with the rest of our team who's gotten farther back. He drops his G maneuver just in that corner, and they're all gonna blow up on our Pale Rider. So I guess that's probably good value for us. You know, the mines weren't able to hit anyone else, but dang, poor Pale Rider just got absolutely obliterated there. And now we've kind of gotten through the first choke, which is good. Just gonna heal up a little bit and see if we can take this right side here. Dom, looks like our Barb lost the Barb fight, unfortunately. Sniper got a pick though. But he got repaired, so it looks like they still got all 6, and we're down our Barb, so it might be a little bit hard to push here. But their Barb is coming in, might be able to get the kill on them. Turn A went for a pretty late grab there. Barb was already up in the sky, and oh man, that was rough. I was trying to go for that health pack. My dash was down though, and I got bounced away from it by a gun tank, which meant he got it. But I think I can get repaired here. And Power is gonna be able to get me. So we're still okay, still down 1, but they're also down 1. Coming on the right side here. Barb goes for his G maneuver, but he's kind of awkwardly around that corner. Looks like it's okay. Got that gun tank G maneuver, got my shield up. And then you could see I got the hit marker on it for the 3rd shot, which would have killed it, but I think because of ping, it still went off anyways. Here comes their Barb. Get a shield bash on him, and I think it screwed up his momentum after he finished the G maneuver. You saw like he ended in his spot, and then he got pushed back. So it didn't affect him while he was in it. It affected him afterwards, which kind of screwed me over because it pushed him towards me after he was done with his G maneuver and he was able to get me with the melee. And then our poor turn A went for the grab there, and I think he fell off the cliff. So yeah, now we're back to this choke again. And we've got Hades going out actually right now, so maybe we can make something happen off of this. We got the Jim up front though, so he's putting a lot of damage into that shield. Got a couple people on the right side, but here comes the butterfly, and this is definitely like the best spot to use it on defense. You either want to use it on point B itself or just this choke here, because I mean there's not really anywhere for people to go. Even flyers, I mean they have to fly back like really far or fly into the rest of your team, which isn't going to work. But it sounds like they're using some of the other G maneuvers as well, which I don't know if that was a good idea considering how many they already killed. And kind of wasting Hades there. It looks like Screaming Nimbus killed one of our people still alive back on the point, but I think we're okay with it being used there. Our team, our main team people probably would not have gotten more than 25% on it. And we've got a couple picks here. A couple of our people are still looking up on spawns, but I decided to just run in and go through some Dom mines, so I put down my proximity mines. I think unfortunately a couple of them fell down through that hole in the middle. Wasn't really thinking about that when I did it. And then the turn A butterfly only got 1, but it did force people back and allowed my team to get the repair on me. I'm gonna get that shield bash on Barb, and he went to one of my remaining mines. Missing these shots on this Dom, he's sliding around. We get the turn A up there, and this is looking good. We're gonna be able to get it now. It took us a lot longer than them to get on the point. I got another Jim G maneuver coming in. I'm just gonna stand in and try and tank a couple of those mines with my shield or just shoot them. And I think this is the last couple they're gonna have around. Got gun tank really low. We tried to use the G maneuver, I think, there, which probably wouldn't have worked. Then we a couple more stragglers coming in. We just have to get off the point. We're so close. And with that shield bash on Dom, that's just enough. And there we go. It took us a lot longer than them. We're not going to have a whole lot of time in the extra rounds, but hopefully we can at least get point A on our overtime round here on offense. All right, going into our last offensive round here. Sticking with Jim again because it went pretty well, and they are on the sniper now. And they got the Dom going behind us. I think that's not going to work out for him. Get the kill on him, but then Sniper's putting the repair on him. I'm shooting him, but can't believe they actually got that off. I think the other teammates next to me didn't notice, but he's still not going to be able to get away, so maybe not a huge deal. And we're just going to have to wait for our shield to recharge up again here, and then see if we can get around this corner. Our Sniper did get their Sniper. That's a good start. Barb does get the slam on me, but he wasn't able to get the melee. So I'm still alive, and he kind of stands around in my detonator and goes down to that. Pick up that full heal, get behind the Jim, punch him in the back, and then this is looking pretty good. They've only got 3 up, I think. Sniper's up as well, but he's still probably back near spawn. Actually, Dom is probably on his way. So right now it's just Trine on the point. He's pretty low, pops his heal, uses grab just to get away, but that's not enough. And they're gonna have a couple people coming. There's Dom. And we're waiting to see her. They're probably gonna contest, because if they stop us from getting A, that's gonna be a pretty easy offense for them. So even though it's gonna be a tough fight for them, looks like they are trying for it. I was trying to save my G maneuver here, but I eventually decided to just use it. And there's a bunch of explosions went off there, not just my mines. Looks like the Dom took himself out and the gun tank took himself out. So maybe I could have got away without using the G maneuver in that case. But it's not the best for pushing anyways, so I just use it to make sure we can at least get A point. And then we're going to have just a minute and a half to try and get B, which it took us a lot longer last time to get it. Hopefully we can maybe at least get a little bit on it and get like that 25% or something. But yeah, but they're going to be having those quick G maneuvers come up. They already did use the gun tank one, just got one of us. But the big ones are obviously going to be Turn A and Barb. And here comes the butterfly. I'm kind of out in front of it, hoping I'm okay running this gun tank, but then could have won the 1v1 against the gun tank because he was kind of low already, but he pushed me back and Turn A came back around with the butterfly. And now we've got less than a minute. And we've only got, only the butterfly is really our saving grace here. We're not going to have any other G maneuver in time, and even butterfly still got a bit to charge. So we're going to have to see if we can get that and use that to get out of this choke. Maybe it could be really good. Ideally, we obviously want to use it on the point. Oh my gosh, what happened here? I don't know how those mines got over. They don't have a sniper on their team anymore, so I don't think he would have been able to jump pad and put them behind us, but somehow Jim Mines got behind us there. And then here comes the Barb, dashed through that health pack as he went for that final slash. I mean, really unfortunate. And now we've just got 15 seconds. I don't even know. We really got to get that butterfly out and push with that, but even then, I don't know if we have anyone who's going to be the closest point. It looks like Ashmar is actually in the back line. If he stays alive, we could maybe take out the team up front, just have him contest. And here comes the butterfly. They're all backing up for the most part, but I don't think we have time to get there. Oh, yep, Turn I got taken out of the sky. And with that, we only got point A, which means we either have to stop them from getting point A with all the time they have, or we're going to have to play for a draw. All right, final round here. I did decide to switch to Pale Rider, because I felt like Jim probably wasn't going to be quite as effective on defense. But starting off here, we've already got 2 people down, 3 people down, 4 people down. And this is really bad. It's basically just me and Ashamar, and I'm kind of alone down here on the streets. And yeah, well, remember when I said we had 3.5 minutes to hold them at A? Yeah, this is looking pretty rough. So at this point, it's looking like we may have to play for a draw already, and they're gonna have a lot of time for it. So in addition, part of the reason I was picking Jim on offense is because I feel like that shield is really good for pushing through these choke points where there's gonna be a lot of spam. But also because they've had really effective G maneuvers with the Turn A butterfly and with the gun tank also getting us a lot as well. So I felt that being Pale Rider having a bit more consistent damage on those flying targets might help shut this down a little bit. And here comes the gun tank G maneuver already. There you guys see it, kind of underneath it where I had a bit of a shot at the flat side, which kind of gave it a bigger hitbox. And I've been able to take that out before I got any kills. But there is an Ashmar lurking behind. I see a couple people going back, so I decided to kind of stay around. I don't think Turn A got the memo that we were backing up, though, so he's kind of alone. And I put a couple shots there, but not enough. We did scare off the Ashamar, so then get those back cap, because we've got to be really careful. If he gets that 25% off a back cap, that's going to be it for us. Our melee Zaku just kind of staying there and tanking while I was shooting past him. And we might be able to push him back to the choke a little bit here. Zaku was trying to fight that Jim, and he's kind of winning, but then he got sniped. We'll have to see if they stay on this sniper. You're kind of past the point where it's going to work too well. So I think maybe if he switches back to Pale Rider, he might be able to be more successful here. Not having that early Hades, well, they have a lot of time, so maybe, there comes our Turn A G maneuver. A bit of an awkward spot for it. I think, on defense as well as offense, the really places you want to be using it are on the point, clearing the point, or in that choke, and he kind of used it way back here. Kind of got stuck on the environment a little bit. I don't think that was the best spot for it. He did get 1 kill, and with as much time as we have, he might have it again before the end of the game, so maybe that's his thoughts, but probably could have been more useful to save it, right? Just getting 1 kill off isn't a big deal. But he kind of redeems himself there. He gets the grab on the G maneuvering Barb. Shutting that down is really good. If he'd gotten off another slash or 2 there, he could have gotten a whole team wipe. But thankfully, combined damage from us plus the grab was able to stop him there. So he's gonna push back pretty far. Oh, we gotta remember though that Ashmar, and there he goes. He's on the point, backcapping. We're up all the way up here, and he's so far away. I don't actually know if we can get there in time. I end up popping my Hades, just giving me extra speed. Mainly Zaku's back there, uses a charge and uses a spin just to get on the point, which is barely able to stop him in time. But we ended up wasting 2 G maneuvers basically. Getting a couple kills here still though, and Hades lasts a long time. Yeah, now we're not going to have those as they push the team, but we really got to watch for that Ashar. He's trying to get that sneaky 25%. But at least we managed to keep him back in the choke for now. We'll have to see if he plays with his team now more after that. I can see why he was going for the flank. I mean, we've got 2 melees, so it's actually pretty safe for him to fly over, because even if we see him, we don't have a lot of long-range damage. But now that we're aware that that is a threat, it might be a little bit riskier for him to go for that. So we'll have to see. And Guntank barely getting out alive there. And here comes the Trinity Butterfly, but I'm far back, just putting damage on him. Have to reload. Gets me a little bit with it. Just as it finishes, gotta take him out right as he lands. But he did get a couple kills there, unfortunately, so they could still get a good push off this. Here comes Barb, here comes Jim with his mines. Fighting 2 people at once. I don't need a miracle, and somehow I get one. I end up going into the wall back there. Not sure what happened there. I assure you it was not on purpose. But yeah, going into the wall kind of saved my life. Came back out, took out the Jim, got the Barb. Ashmar's low, a couple other low, and I end up walking into one of the proximity mines there, but I guess the Guntank got to kill me anyways. But Guntank has a hard time finishing people off without his cannons, so I'm still alive. And it looks like we managed to survive that push for now. With only a minute left, they're probably not going to have another butterfly, which is really good. Might get another Barb G maneuver, though. I think they do have time for that. And maybe another Guntank one as well. It's been a bit. But here comes Barb solo. Guntank just backs up. Me and him able to finish him off. And they have time to group up for another team push, but a couple of them are straggling in, which is pretty good for us. We do get a kill on our Barb back there. And I really wanted to push on this right side here, though, but, you know, they got that Guntank, and if he hits you with the charge, he's probably going to knock you on the cliff, which I think is what just happened with our Guntank. Got the double kill with the charge. See Ashmar going over there. Turning really low. He should have backed up and let himself heal. Pushing on him, because I think I got our Ashmar backing me up, and we do get the kill on him. A couple more going to the point. Just going to go and pop Hades. 10 seconds left. Hopefully Barb doesn't have his G maneuver. It doesn't look like he does. Turnite gets stunned, knocked into the pit, and finish him off anyways. And look at that. We got the draw. A lot of fighting for just the draw, but I think with how far behind we were going into extra time, those overtime rounds, I think I'm okay with that. And I did manage to snag the MVP, gave it to my Jim. Jim did well, even though the Pale Rider was really instrumental at the end. But yeah. Bit of a weird game overall, but I think for the most part we played good. Maybe could have gotten done better with something other than Sniper at the start. But at least we were able to get the draw, not lose any rank off it. But yeah, if you enjoyed this gameplay, you can catch me live on Twitch, or you can stay tuned here for more videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.